We are live, ladies and gentlemen. James, you live this time? Last week you didn't go live right away.
No,
No.
I'm live now.
Good. About time.
Are we live all the way?
I'm live all the way. Like,
All
not
the
part
way.
of the way. All the way.
Not some of the way?
Nope.
That's the way you
Balls
like it.
deep
Some
in.
of the way,
I'm
some of the
balls
way.
deep live.
All the way.
Good. About
Oh,
time
yeah?
for Balls Deep Live.
Balls Deep Live. That's gonna be the name of my next band.
Oh,
like
nice.
it.
That's a good. That's a
Balls
good
Deep
name.
Live.
That's a really good
Balls
name.
Deep Live. It is.
I feel like that's like a thing from like Parks and Recreation. That was one of his band names. It was like Balls Deep or something. I don't know. 'Cause
Well-
he had a bunch of those weird ass names.
Another good one would be like uncircumcised bathwater. That'd be a good name for a band.
Uncircumcised bathwater?
Yeah,
Yeah.
uncircumcised bathwater.
It's at
It's
least
like
a very
it's
interesting one.
yeah. I mean, would you buy an album by uncircumcised bathwater? Because I
I can
sure as
just
hell
imagine
would.
screaming that at the end of the show. We're uncircumcised
Wow,
bathwater!
uncircumcised
Have a good
bathwater.
I like it. Well, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the great start there. I love it. Welcome to the Level Unlocked podcast, episode 20 frickin' 7.
Jesus Christ, it's 27
I know,
episodes.
right? 27
Yeah.
episodes.
You ain't lying.
27 mother effing episodes. Also,
Millions and millions of troops.
welcome to Shark Week. For those who do watch it, it has officially started today. I did
Fishies.
not,
Fishies week is what I like to call it.
as
SpongeBob week.
SpongeBob Week. Yeah.
Yep. Spang
So-
boob. Spang boob
what-
week.
What are those movies? Sharknado? That
Which
started
one?
with,
Sharknado 1, 2, 3? Sharktopus versus the Megalodon or whatever the fuck it's called, or
any of them? Didn't
Shark-
they start like with Shark Week? Like,
Yeah,
how
on
that
Sci-Fi.
originated?
yeah, because
That's what I
Sci-Fi
thought.
wanted to like get the money off of the Shark Week fools.
I can't believe those
Very
became
clever
a thing.
idea.
Like, I can't believe those became like a pop culture phenomenon. Fucking weird. Schroeder, your feedback.
Yeah, your feedback's back.
Um,
Ah.
the haptic back. It's going away now. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen,
It's raining.
Is it raining?
I could hear it. I could hear it bounce off my air conditioner.
It's not raining here.
No, it doesn't
Oh,
rain
it's
there.
not here.
It doesn't
Ah.
rain where you live, Walker.
Some days it does.
Does it
And
really?
then yeah, we actually had rain a handful of times over the last couple weeks.
Wow.
Huh.
Shit floods super fast though, because it pours for like 5 minutes.
And the ground ain't
And all of
porous.
it's very confused about where to
And-
send it to.
Exactly, and then the roads get super flooded, and people try to drive through and get stuck.
You gotta
funny
think,
story.
your land is basically just a bunch of cement.
It is. They have a thing down here. It's called the stupid law. That's not the actual name of it, but that's what cops and everyone calls it. It's a stupid law. So essentially, if you're stupid enough to drive through something that's flooded, and your car gets stuck, and you have to call the police, we'll call 911. You get charged.
Whoa.
Out the ass. What?
Lightning.
Lightning galore. You will get charged for dispatching the police. You get charged for dispatching the firefighters. You get charged for their gas. You get charged for their mileages. You get charged.
You
for
get
their
fucking
salary,
got. That's for
Um,
damn sure. Holy shit.
and you get charged to remove your vehicle. You get charged basically any little thing that you can be charged for. You get charged for, and they call it the stupid law. So essentially, if you're stupid enough to get stuck in a flood, you're gonna pay for it. Which makes sense. Let's say that's absolutely hilarious because people are like, "Oh, that's not deep," and it's like 6 feet deep. People are stupid like that. Anyways, I am Jeremy, Captain Geach, Cap_Geach15, on everything that you could find me on, including Grinder.
Nice.
I'm just kidding. Kind of, not really. Next to me is Mr. James Splash Screen Gaming. Let's make this whole screen so you can't see the rest of my screen.
What? I'm sorry. What? Who?
I wasn't full screen on the podcast. If you're looking at mine, you can see my background and shit. You can see all my DPs on my
What's up, Chisoma?
all the DPs galore. But anyways, People I Hate Studios, People I Hate 10 on Twitter, and as always, Mr. Splash Screen Gaming, Sir Sleeves, Mr. Jeffrey Schroeder.
What's up? What's up?
See, me and
So,
Schroeder
how-
both thought, like, because you said James Splash Screen Gaming, we both thought you had, like, a mini stroke there and forgot. You just combined
Yeah,
us.
I did. That was my fault. Anywho, how's everyone doing? How they feeling? How they living? Which way is it aiming? To the left or the right?
I'm fucking
Oh,
exhausted.
Why are you so tired?
Well, so, did an early morning recording session today. Got some more Yakuzis and Final Fantasies out of the way. But I slept like absolute dog shit last night.
Did you?
I went to bed around
About
2.
as bad as it can get.
Yeah, I went to bed around 2, and then there was a thunderstorm that just kept keeping me awake.
Oh, that's
And
the worst.
I think I fell asleep at like 4. My alarm was set at 6. And then I got the text from Mitchell. He's like, I would like, after the initial wake up, I would set my alarm for like 30 minutes until like 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock when Mitchell texted me. And it got to the point where my Google Assistant would just stop talking back to me. It would stop saying, okay, setting an alarm for 30 minutes. It would just stop doing that after a while. I'm like, oh, fuck.
Yep, it's time to get up. Yeah, I've done that many times where I'm just like I'm having like almost like an Inception type thing. Like in my dream, I woke up, but in reality, I'm still sleeping.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm good, but then I'm actually still sleeping, and then it's like, fuck, I need to get up. I got kids to tend to, but I just don't want to get up.
Yep.
They can fight. They can fight for themselves for a little bit.
They can fend for themselves. I'm sure
Yeah,
the
they'll
older
be
one
fine.
can. I'm sure the older one can cook.
Oh yeah,
Right.
100%.
I at least know he knows how to use the toaster.
Yeah, just don't go outside, and you're good.
Don't go outside. That's where evil is.
Exactly. So how else? What else is going on? Anything fun and special?
I built a shelf, a TV stand.
You did.
That's why I'm
Yeah, I
looking.
seen the photo.
That's why I'm looking up now, instead of looking directly at us. I'm looking up because, boy howdy, is this up higher than I thought it was going to be. And I'm not used to my TV being directly in my face. So I'm probably about 4 feet from my 55-inch TV. 4 or 5 feet. So it's like I got my own personal movie theater. Everyone's faces are so big. You know what? Fuck
Nice.
these glasses. Fuck the glasses. I don't care anymore.
It's like, I don't need those.
I don't need them. I don't need my gamer glasses.
Cody said thanks for helping him and James Strong out with their podcast. By the way,
Yeah, no problem. Anytime.
Steelers podcast.
There's Steelers podcast. It looks like it's pretty popular.
Steel by the lake. Steelers by the lake.
Steelers by the Lake.
Yes.
What else?
Quick
Oh,
shout out.
oh! I finished a video game. I
did?
finished a video game on stream.
Motherfucker streamed for like 10 hours to finish this game. He grinded.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Good though.
I was like, we're fucking finishing this game tonight. We finished Judgment. Ended on 14 episodes. Yeah, it was. I streamed for like 4 hours during the morning. This is, I think, Monday, right after the podcast. Yeah, Monday, because Tuesday I built the shelf, my TV stand. So Monday, I was streaming it in the morning for like 4 hours. And then I took a few hour break, like 5 or 6 hour break. And then at night, I streamed it for like 6 goddamn hours. It was like, I went from like 10
Do
at
what
night,
you gotta do, man.
like 10 or 11 at night until like 4 or 5 in the morning.
Yeah, I went to bed at 1:30 and he was still streaming.
1:30 your
my
time.
I was like,
Yeah.
that's fucking pro level gaming.
It got to the point, like, especially with the final boss, I'm like, it couldn't have been enjoyable to watch, to be honest, because it's just me just like that the entire time, just fucking dead silence.
I gotta grind. I gotta
Just
finish
gotta
this,
grind. I gotta finish this. Yeah. So that was definitely a thing, and I think I probably took about 3 or 4 years off my life from doing it.
Yeah, because he was talking. It was like 1:30. He was like, I think I think it's done. And he's like, no,
Nope.
no.
I think it's done.
Nope, I can't. No, because he was like, I think I want to go to bed. I'm gonna finish this tomorrow. And then you just hear him say, nope, I'm finishing the night. There is no excuses. It's like, he's like, no, I'm doing this.
Nope.
And so I go to bed, and then he texts me. I got a text like at 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and finish the game.
It's like,
Jesus.
I fucking did it. I fucking did it. I texted
Holy
a bunch
shit.
of people that night. I'm like, I fucking did it. And everyone the next morning was just like, why the hell did you text me so early in the morning? And I'm like, well, because I wouldn't have been able to, because I would be dead.
Yep.
But yeah,
Yeah, I was just like-
Judgment's fantastic. Judgment's absolutely fantastic. Best Yakuza game. Best, hands down, best Yakuza game.
It's good.
Now
That's
I'm just trying to figure out what to stream now.
Yeah, I know.
Now
It's always
it's
the hard part when you have a game that you love and you're playing, and all of a sudden
It's-
hate it,
it's
like,
done.
Shit. What the fuck do I do now?
yeah, exactly. I'm like, what the fuck do I do
You should
now?
take some votes, man. During your next any of your next stuff that's live, set up a poll.
Yeah,
Put a
straw
couple
poll.
games in there, right? Yeah.
What?
Have you played Alien Isolation?
I have not on stream. No, I have it though, but I haven't played it on stream.
It's a fun one.
Yeah.
Isn't that
Yeah,
like
it's
a
kinda
fucking
scary.
shit your
Yeah.
pants type game though?
Yeah. it is.
Yeah. I think it added VR support.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I've seen some things.
I think it added VR
I
support,
wouldn't
so I
even-
could do.
No way. VR support, bro.
Yeah.
No way, bro.
So to kind of
No.
tease later on
God,
in the
that's
year,
terrifying.
for Spooktober, me and Mitchell are gonna do RE7, but I'm gonna be wearing a VR helmet the entire time. I'm gonna be in VR. So that's gonna be fucking terrifying.
You're gonna die.
I
Your
was
heart's just gonna
I was
stop.
too scared to play that game without VR. I'm gonna fucking
gonna be intense.
die. I better take some Bear aspirin now. But yeah,
That's all I can say is good luck.
yeah, it's like one of those things. It's like, man, I'm looking at all the games that I have that I haven't touched or haven't touched in forever, and I'm like, I don't know what to play.
Yeah, that's always rough.
I'll probably get like a list of a few games that I want to play, and then I don't know, send it to you guys. Would get your guys' thoughts on it.
I'm start grinding on some 14 Final Fantasy 14.
I need to re-up my subscription. I don't feel like it.
Yeah, I feel you.
I don't feel like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't feel like re-upping my subscription right now.
Dude, I saw the other day that Anna was trying to play, and there was 2,000 people in queue waiting to play or something.
Mhm.
She posted it on Facebook. Like, holy shit!
Yeah, dude. It's because that DLC just came out,
Yep.
and the game just fucking hates me. I've been trying to. I actually have a Steam ticket out right now.
Really?
Yeah, because it won't. Like it says the key's already been used. When
Huh.
I finally got it to let me log in, getting all these different accounts tethered together, and then when I go to use it, it says that the key code's already been utilized, and I'm just like, I haven't even gotten
Bitch.
into the game.
Bitch,
Yeah.
I
How the hell
haven't
is
even,
the
I haven't even touched it yet.
I haven't even found anywhere to put the key in, and then I finally find the spot to put the key in, and it says it's already been used. I'm like, what?
Yeah, that's garbage. I'd be so mad.
So I'm just like, ugh.
I think I know
Like
what I
a whole
want to
nother
play.
Steam account just so that I can just so I can play that game, I guess.
It's kind
Guys-
of happened to me where I
'Cause
got
everybody
fucked.
around me's playing it, man.
Yeah.
Cause that's what happened to me. I got fucked because I had bought it, but it never, it wouldn't let me re-download it. Like that beginner trial, whatever it was,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't let me re-download it. So I ended up getting screwed, and I had to buy it all over again.
Yep.
Which sucked.
That's
But,
what I mean. I don't understand.
Yeah, I don't know what
I don't
happened there.
know that I don't get.
Guys, I think I know the
Um,
next game I'm going to stream.
What's that?
What's that?
It is Kobe
Done.
Bryant's NBA courtside sealed for the N64.
I like it. What about
do I have that?
Oh, what the fuck was that game we were watching the other day, Schroeder? That super. What's that live dating sim?
Oh, I
Oh,
don't know
Super
what the hell
Seducer?
that was called.
Super.
Yeah, I
Super
think that is what
Seducer.
that was called.
I could
We
play
were watching somebody play it.
I could play Hatful Boyfriend. I never finished that.
Well, that game was fucking interesting.
It was
Oh, that was-
weird, man.
Yeah, Super Seducer is
That
weird.
dude was all about it, though.
was fucking hilarious. Some of the things you could do. It was very, very, very interesting. Anything else, James? Anything else fun? Before we go to Schroeder.
No, I missed out watching part 5 ending of JoJo. So yeah, I need to watch that. I'll probably watch that tonight or tomorrow. Still got like 4 episodes to do. It's a great show. Watch it. Just fucking watch it already. Can't wait for part 6. Part 6 of your friend telling you to watch JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
Yep.
Yeah, that's
Or,
that's my week.
Shit. Did you do there was a challenge thing today. I don't know if you've seen that. The Red Red Rocket, Jesus.
Red Rocket.
Yeah.
Team Rocket. Team Rocket took over the Poke Shops or whatever today.
Yeah,
See that?
yeah. Well, they've been doing it on and off for the last like week, so I've already beaten Team Rocket's ass a number of times because I'm a warrior in the Pokemon world, right? So, but yeah, right now they have a thing going on where they have these dark Pokemon basically, or corrupted Pokemon,
It's like
Yeah.
Pokemon
So-
XD Gale of Darkness.
I guess.
Pokemon Raw XD Gale of Darkness.
Well, there's a handful of them. There's like a Rattata, Zubat, and the Zubat family. Well, and the Rattata family. What else is there? Bulbasaur, all the main ones.
So trash.
Squirtle. Yeah, but they have this like purple. Well, they have a couple of them that are cool, like Snorlax and Dratini and.
Oh, Dratini's pretty
What
good.
else was there? Yeah, there was a few of them that are kind of cool. But basically, what happens is you go to one of those stops where you spin it to get the items.
Yeah.
Spin it to win it.
And Team Rocket busts out and they're like,
Nurse
break
for trouble.
yourself, son.
Make it double.
Pretty much.
Do you have to
And
fight
then,
him?
yeah, you have to fight them in like, it's 3-on-3 with it. And then once you beat them, basically they leave one of the Pokemon they were fighting you with.
Oh,
Because
that's
they're a
kinda
bunch
cool.
because they're dicks like that. and and then you can capture it. And if you capture it, you can spend some of the in-game currency, the Stardust,
Yeah.
to make it like a good guy, and then it has some bonuses to it.
Nice.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seen that. And I figured you already knew about it, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's just like
pretty neat,
Pokemon
yeah.
Gale of Darkness on GameCube.
So that was something that that's kind of new. I'm curious to see what they do with it though, because like that would be cool if they allowed those two classes to exist.
Where you
But
actually
not
could be
be
like
so-
a bad person.
Yeah, but not be so damn counterbalanced. Like Dark gets just decimated by the light. Like there's a move called Return, and it just destroys anything it kills. Like it, if it's a Dark, yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just like, eh. But other than that, I saw Logan this week. I had never seen that movie.
Oh,
Really?
let's
But
talk
That movie
about
was
it.
Dark as shit,
Let's
man.
talk about it.
That movie was dark. Bro.
What did you think of it though?
I thought it was really good.
It's fucking fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was a great movie.
Do you feel
Well,
it was a good way to end all of it?
Yeah, if that was, if they told me that he said that was his last time playing that role,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which if that is in fact the case, then that would be that's a perfect
Mhm.
episode to go out on, especially with, it's rated R, so I bet if the actor got what I imagine he wanted, which was a good hand in how that whole thing
Oh,
went,
yeah.
right?
Oh yeah.
'Cause,
Hugh Jackman
he's been
probably
the
did, yeah.
character. Yeah, he's been the character for this long, so
Since
I'm sure
02.
they were like, right. So they're probably like, well, what do you?
17 years.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
So he's like, so what do you guys? I'm sure they came to him with a lot of stuff. I'm sure a lot of that story. But man, it was crazy. That was a nuts. So
Yeah,
what
that's
is
a good
that?
way.
Is that like is that a part of the official story arc, or is
Mhm.
that like a parallel dimension, or
No, that's actual. That's actual.
really how they go out at the end there?
that is one way. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's
There's
like one way. Wait.
Days of Futures Past. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. Where Logan Wolverine goes back into the past to change the future. Considered one of the best X-Men movies ever made. Yeah, I thought it was phenomenal. Essentially that caused alternate timelines. It basically caused like a Back to the Future type rift in
Mhm.
everything. Um, so Days of Futures Past is set, I think, 10 years in the future. Logan is set 30 years past that. So it's like 2050 is
Yeah,
what Logan said in, I
it's
think.
during the time where the X-Men are, being hunted and eradicated.
Yeah. So essentially, basically, the government's like, okay, if you're a mutant, it's fucking illegal
Yeah.
to be a mutant. If we find you, you're gonna get killed.
It all kind of stems from the Civil War.
Yeah. So essentially, that's kind of the premise of it is that this is 30 years. That's why Professor X is so old. Well, he's old anyways. Patrick Stewart's old anyways, but that's why he looks even older.
Mm-hmm.
Is because it's set 30 years from the last X-Men movie. So yeah, I'm pretty sure it's like 2050 is what this is based in.
I see.
And then you know how they have like they just had the Dark Phoenix that we talked about a couple weeks ago, the one that like bombed, and he had all those other movies.
Mhm.
So that's essentially the prequel to what eventually happens in Logan. Now, unfortunately, that Disney owns it, none of them mean anything.
Unfortunately, yep.
So Disney's gonna reboot everything.
Well, haven't they gotten to the kind of the end of that story arc, anyways?
They did, for the most part, but they're gonna essentially negate, and they may not. They may still reference,
As a
The
separate
original?
as a separate universe.
yeah, as a separate universe, but they're gonna reintroduce all of the characters into the Marvel cinematic universe.
The MCU.
I see, but they're gonna do it their own. They're gonna do it a different way this time, huh?
Different way, different characters. They're starting with the Fantastic Four, for the third time, but
Yep.
Someday,
Marvel didn't own the rights to the first two. I don't think.
First three,
First three, yeah, you're right.
because there's the one in the 70s.
Yeah.
That is widely that was never released, but is the best Fantastic Four movie.
Yeah, that Logan was phenomenal.
yeah, I really did enjoy it.
was.
I think the way that albino dude was treated was pretty dick. Like, to be honest with you, I kept going back to him like, man, he didn't even want. He said, "What if he wakes up?"
Yep.
Yep.
Should have listened to his instincts.
Now, if you like the story between Logan and the girl, you would love The Last of Us, because that's all
Like
The
the
Last
same.
of Us is.
Really?
It's just a dude and a young girl
Right,
just
yeah,
going
it's
through
pretty
like
much that same story.
post-apocalyptic.
My favorite
Post-apocalyptica.
part's when Logan takes that adrenaline shot that makes him like young again, and he fucking goes berserk, and he's running through the forest
Yeah, that was good.
towards the very end of the movie.
I liked how it didn't feel like a superhero movie, like at all.
It didn't. It really didn't. It was good though. It was dramatic. There was drama. There was some comedy, but not like your typical superhero comedy.
Which is good, because like
Yeah.
that story did. If there was any shred of comedy, it's like, whew, that would have been out of place. I actually watched that movie twice, once in color, and then my version also came with the black and white version. And watching it in black and
that
white
was
was
pretty
great.
intense.
That was one of the only rated R X-Men movie type things, right?
It was the only one.
Well,
Yeah.
Deadpool.
Right.
But do you really consider
Well,
Deadpool
hardly
part of
counts.
the? Do you consider Deadpool part of the X-Men?
He references it.
He does, but I mean X-Men
You're-
or Deadpool also
Isn't that his place,
references.
though.
Yeah.
Deadpool also references the fucking DC comics
Yeah, that's true.
and Image
one dude-
comics. In
My
the
one dude
comics.
told me that whole old Logan concept has like a pretty decent graphic novel for it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's where everyone says
Like
that's
that
based
really
off
explains
of, like,
a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
It's a very graphic, like in-depth comic, like novel, that it's based off of, and everyone, a lot of people say that's one of the best arcs in a storyline, and out of all the different comics and stuff.
Oh yeah, it's absolutely phenomenal.
Justin says X-Force.
X-Force. That's Deadpool's group of people.
Yeah,
But-
but But when
And
are we
it's yet to
getting?
be seen if Disney wants to continue with that or not. Because once again, Disney owns that now, and Disney has never made a rated R movie.
Right, I was wondering about that. Like, Disney,
It's
I don't.
against their morals.
It's gonna be
PG-13 is
tough.
the highest they've gone,
Really?
and they've never said the F word in any of their movies.
Fuck.
They've said shit, bitch, all these other things, but they've never said fuck. Because in PG-13 movies, you're allowed to say it once.
Yep.
But
Really?
Disney, yeah, you're allowed to say it one time. But Disney has never utilized that and
Under
has
that.
never used the F word.
I wonder if they ever will.
And you can't just take Deadpool and automatically take it out of the rated R world and throw him into a PG-13 realm unless he makes fun of it like all hell, like, which I don't know if they would,
Yeah.
but
Well, I mean, you saw. I mean, basically, they would have to do what they did with Deadpool in the Origins, the Wolverine Origins movie, where they just fucking sew his mouth shut.
yeah.
It is really fucking lightning. There's a lot of lightning going on.
Hopefully your power doesn't go out.
Yeah, here's hoping. Knock on wood.
Knock
Yeah.
on the wood.
I guess supposedly the director and like Josh Brolin have like tried to contact Disney to ask like, hey, what's going on with Deadpool 3? Like, and I guess they haven't heard anything back. So that because they were shocked, they expected at least at Comic-Con where they released the next phase in Disney and X-Men and all the movies, they talked about that because they asked, they were like, hey guys, who here knows mutants? And like the CEO said that, and the crowd went nuts. And he was like, "That's what I thought, guys. And don't worry, we're bringing them into the Marvel Cinematic Universe. We're starting with Fantastic Four, and soon we will introduce every X-Men that you have seen in the next couple of years." But they didn't talk about Deadpool, so.
They wouldn't.
But who knows? Maybe we'll get next year. We'll get something, but. Because they only talked up until 2022,
Yeah.
which is 2.5 years from now. So, there's movies slated for Disney and Marvel until 2028.
Jesus
So,
Christ.
yeah. So
Yeah, they're
there's a
keeping
bunch.
busy for a little while.
Yeah, there's a bunch. But who knows? We'll see if they break their mold and they continue. Because at the same time, that's one character that you can't rebrand. Did your power just go out? You
No, I wanted to see if the lightning would show through if I like turned
I
off my
gotcha.
lights, so you guys can see. Because it's like every like 15 seconds I see some
Nice.
lightning.
Well, if Disney's gonna gobble up all these other companies, they're gonna have to evolve a little bit. Like,
They will. They'll need to.
Yeah, like you're gonna have PG-13. Like, what happens when they start? Like exactly what they did do with Deadpool.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do with that now?
Yeah.
You gonna make that
Because they
PG-13?
can't. At the same time, like that's one
Whoa.
person. I don't think you can recast
Yeah.
because it to me, if you recast that, there would be so much backlash.
Oh yeah,
I
it would be
feel.
ridiculous.
It wouldn't be. It wouldn't be funny.
Right.
Because that's Ryan Reynolds' child that he literally tried to get made for what 7-8 years,
Mhm.
and they kept saying no.
Yeah.
And if they try to like, well, we can't bring him in anymore because we got rid of all the other X-Men characters. How is that fair that we just bring Ryan Reynolds back as Deadpool? Like, I think they would get shit on hard.
Oh yeah, they would super get shit on.
But at the same time, they have to adapt and they have to make it rated R. Like, they wouldn't.
Unless they put it under like the sole Fox, the 20th Century Fox name,
Yeah.
because
but
it is still considered a separate company. Like it's
Yeah.
owned by Disney, but it's still like its own thing.
We'll see. We'll
Jesus
see what happens.
Christ.
It's pretty crazy up there.
Here, let me
Um,
just move the camera a little bit. Let me show this real quick. Just keep.
big. Yeah, I see it. I can see
I
the
saw
flashing.
one.
See the trees.
It's been all the fucking time. There,
Yep, I can see
there's
it.
more,
Yeah.
Yep.
and it gets like really fucking bad.
Mother
How,
Nature
um,
doing its thing.
So how else? What else is going on, Schroeder? I know we kind of got off on a tangent there during the middle of your.
No,
time,
no,
but-
it's cool, man. Yeah, we so we started we watched that, and then what else was there? We had a nice little paint jam session, I guess you could say.
Nice.
Like a couple of us got together and just painted for a little bit, which was kind
Nice.
of cool. So it's been a
Relaxing.
pretty, yeah, it's been a pretty chill week for the most part.
Shit.
Work kind of sucked, but you know, that's work. We're in that phase now where we have all this extra Apple labor happening,
Yep.
but we haven't started reaping it in yet. You know what I'm talking about? Like that first month when it launched, where it's like there's no labor at all, but too much work to do.
Yep.
So we're in that phase of that whole process right now.
How do you guys feel comfortable doing it, or is it kind of like a shit show in a sense? Not in a bad way, but like fuck, like this is a lot.
It's not too bad. Everybody's kind of trying to figure it out. There's a couple people that kind of refuse to do it, but they're gonna kind of have to get on board eventually. Like, they have to. Like, it can't just be 3 people that run that show.
Mm-mm.
Mark says it's the Lightning where he's at is pretty shitty bitty too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good old Erie for you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love it.
So that's been my week in a nutshell. But I have my laptop over here and I've been putzing with it a little bit. I want to try to see what I can do about, because I move around a lot, more so as of lately. So I want to get the show back on the road with splash screens. So I'm trying to get this laptop back to life so I can at least use it for branding and
Yeah.
putting out little blurbs here and there
There
and
you go.
stuff. So yeah, there's stuff happening, but it's
Good.
It's a slow process.
So I have somebody. I'm not sure if you guys get this reference, or I don't know exactly what it means. But what do you guys think about Boogie shooting ropes on stream? I have no
Are
idea
we
what that
talking
means.
about like Boogie 2988?
What's that?
Because he's a YouTuber.
In a deleted VOD.
Somebody got shot on somebody's stream or something? Is that what it says
If
they're
that's what he's talking about, I don't know really anything about it, to be honest. I know there are leaked
What?
DMs. That's about it that I know.
What? I don't know nothing about none of that stuff.
Yeah, I'm not sure what.
Jesus.
The only reason I
It's
know
like
about
he's
is
himself.
the main reason I know about that is because I just seen
know if
I'm
this
following
makes
him
things go
on Twitter. I'm following Boogie on Twitter.
Everything okay? No loud
You were
annoying
shooting
noises?
fat, thick ropes. I don't know what that means. I'm lame. I'm out of the.
Ah, fat thick ropes. I like it.
Yeah, me too.
Alright.
I don't know what it means,
Well, what if I
but
plug into something that way?
I don't know what that means.
Nothing?
I'm not in
A little
the
bit.
realm of that kind of news. Unfortunately, I'm lame and old. I'm not hip and cool like the youngsters nowadays.
You're not into the YouTube scene, man.
Yeah. Anywho. Shooting ropes on stream.
I gotta plug these headphones in though eventually. They're making the beep noise. Like
Oh, are they?
die.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I gotta
I don't know if
figure
they're
out a
being
solution.
serious or not. Some guy named Boogie, I guess. What they're making it seem like, what they're
Big
saying
oof.
is
Oof.
Big,
he got
big
caught
OOF.
doing stuff on stream, shooting stuff from himself on stream, like
Ah,
man stuff. He forgot
Oh.
his camera was on.
jerking his fucking meat.
He got
Oh,
banned for 30
man.
days. I'm not sure who Boogie is though. I'm guessing that's a.
He's a very
Let's see who we got here.
controversial figure in the YouTube world.
Boogie Twitch. Yeah, it is. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's a very
I know.
very controversial
you
person.
were right. It was 2988. How did you know that?
Because I know him. I follow him on Twitter.
Oh,
Huh.
I didn't know that.
Moment of truth. It's
You
gonna get loud and annoying.
Like, do you fucking... Ooh, that is bad. That is real bad.
Sorry for making you guys go deaf.
What do
Thanks
I-
everyone for the follows.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
What do I do about this?
I don't know.
No, I didn't know that was a thing. I'll have to fucking. I guess that's some news. Shit.
Let me try this one. What do
Hey,
I?
Alex. When did that happen? Did that just recently happen?
It was very recent. Like, past few days or so.
That's funny.
It had to have been. If not,
Yeah,
like,
it's still there.
yesterday.
It's still there. The bass is bumping, man. You got these kids that are boom, 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 boom. They're jamming out in their car right now. That's what you guys are hearing. You're hearing some
Is that what
bros
it sounds
driving
like? That
It's-
stuff?
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Well, this is super long cord. I might be able to reach different outlet maybe.
There you go.
For myself, I had a pretty
Nice.
boring week, other than everyone getting called by the Arizona Police Department looking for me. In contacts, I'm applying for a police officer position, but unfortunately, they don't say what they're calling for. All they say is, "Hi, this is so and so from the Arizona Police Department. In regards to Jeremy Walker, please call us back. Thank you," and they hang up the phone. So
they really make you wanna. They leave you
Yeah.
on that hook there.
So it's made like 5 people like immediately text and call me like, "Why did the Arizona Police Department call looking for me? Did you kill your wife or did she kill you?" And I was like, it could be either one.
Well,
I'm
I
just
mean, we obviously know which one it isn't.
Exactly.
If you
see, she's beating me. Look at that bruise right there. See it? She's beating the crap out of me, chat. Getting abused.
use it and abuse it.
Now it's been a pretty boring week. I'll find out though Tuesday if I get that officer position to go forward, as well as the firefighter one.
Nice.
So hopefully, knock on wood, I'll get one or the other. So we'll see.
That's huge.
Got 2 chances: one to move on for the firefighter, one to move on for the police. So we'll see.
Whoop, whoop. The son of
Um,
the police.
Boop, boop. Anyways, let's move on.
Are you serious? Are you
How
kidding
far?
me?
That's what it
How
sounded
far
like.
away from are you right now? From
It
your
must be
computer?
something with like
There's
your
static electricity in your house.
yeah,
Like that's insane that you're that far
and then
away
like
doing
it's
that.
causing interference with the microphone.
And it's not even. And the microphone's wireless, dog. Like, dude, look, like wireless headset. What the fuck?
Anyways,
You wanna
everyone
click
who
things
is
in that aren't even attached.
currently on, 8 people chilling in the chat right now.
Nice.
Yeah. Welcome everyone to the Level Unlocked podcast every Sunday, 9,
Sunday,
10
Sunday,
PM,
Sunday.
10 Eastern time.
Sunday.
I'm Captain Geach, 15. In the middle here is James, People I Hate Studios, and at the very end that is Jeff at Splash Screen Gaming. Welcome. This is our
Right.
gaming podcast. We start the show about news. Sometimes it can be a little dry, but we're gonna get into the
Like
heart
this
of it
week.
now and talk about some news,
News.
folks. News.
I need to get a news
News.
button.
Let's start with some
wonder if-
movie news.
Let's.
What were you saying, Schroeder?
Oh, I'm just wondering. I'm gonna try to reset my microphone too.
There you
Maybe
go.
it has something to do with this. I don't know. I'm very confused though. I might even just restart my computer over here. Rejoin you guys maybe.
Oh, don't do that.
Okay. But well, the thing is, my headset when it dies.
Oh yeah, it's gonna die.
Yeah.
I won't be able to hear you guys or nothing. So.
Well, sometimes when it's plugged in, it doesn't do it.
Yeah,
So
there
I
are
don't know what
times.
I don't know what it's doing right now.
It's
Anywho,
weird. That was plugged in a whole other part of the house. That's what sketchy as hell. I feel like the ground is messed up or something.
actually, let's start with what happened today before we go in the movies. Kind of talk about that topic I was telling you about, James.
gonna switch
Oh,
this
okay.
then.
Just why we have. some
Yeah, might
viewers,
as well.
you know?
What the hell?
So today, for those who don't know, was the Fortnite World Cup. Over the weekend, they gave away $30 million.
30
Yeah,
million.
that's right. $30 million.
Gotta love
Uh,
that Fortnite money that Epic has.
Today was the actual World Cup solos. The winner got 30 million. The winner got $3 million. He's 14 years old. Was the winner?
It's crazy.
What was
Wow. That's crazy, man.
Fortnite World Cup? Let me get his actual name here.
okay.
It's good enough.
Booga.
It's very, very faint.
Yes. Thanks for
Ah.
the follow. Booga was his
Booga.
name.
Ooga booga booga.
14-year-old kid won $3
That's
million.
fucking crazy.
So
Dog.
over the course of the weekend, you had a bunch of different stuff. You had a pro-am. Basically, it was Fortnite streamers with some celebrities that also played Fortnite. Ninja and Marshmallow, things along those lines. They had a creative competition, like where they do the death runs. Basically, whoever can do the death runs the fastest, and you won money from that. They had a duos competition where you and a partner versus everyone else. So I was talking with James. So, you know who Ninja is, right? Schroeder.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I think
So-
everyone knows who Ninja is.
So on the World Cup, Ninja didn't make it into. Ninja didn't make it into the World Cup. Ninja got eliminated before it could happen,
Okay.
and
So he lost in
I
the
was
prelims.
so he lost in the prelims. So I was asking James, and I was like, okay, someone like Ninja, who basically is a reason why Fortnite is huge.
He's essentially the face of Fortnite.
Yeah, he's essentially like the face of Fortnite. Do you think Epic should have given him a pass and allowed him to compete in the World Cup, despite him failing to get into the World Cup? Because of him, Fortnite is where but because of Ninja, Fortnite is where Fortnite is at. Basically, he helped the game get this evolved where they can give away $30 million. Do you feel, between the both of you, that, okay, you did this for us, we're going to let you play in this competition now? Or it's, no, you lost, you don't deserve to play. My thought is, I'll tell you what my thing is, I feel that he shouldn't have played, but at the same time, kids who are watching aren't watching to watch Booga. Like, they have no idea who the fuck Booga is. They know who Ninja is. It's kind of that mentality. It's kind of like, do you have the NBA All-Star game, but don't invite LeBron James?
But here's the
Like-
thing, though, about that is like, no, this isn't the NBA All-Star Game. This is an actual league tournament, an official league tournament. If it wants to be considered a quote unquote like a sport of some sort, then it needs to be able to thrive without its big stars there. Like, okay, Walker, you like the Cavaliers, right?
Yeah.
Okay, did you only like the Cavaliers because like LeBron James and Kyrie Irving were on it?
No, I've always liked him regardless.
Exactly, so it doesn't fucking matter. Like, I'm not a Dallas Stars fan because Corey Perry left the Anaheim Ducks to go to the Dallas Stars. No, I'm a Ducks fan. You know? So if it wants to become like something, if it wants to be legitimized, it needs to hold its own on its own 2 feet. It can't have, I mean, yeah, it's great that, you know, people like Ninja and Tate the Tatman and those people help lift it up to the status that it is, but if it wants to be anything legitimate, it's going to need to, you know, stand its ground. Like Street Fighter, for
Right, be
example.
able to hold its own.
Street Fighter, for example. A lot of people like fucking Daigo. A lot of people
Yeah.
got into Street Fighter like competitively because of how great Daigo was. Well, Daigo isn't really around anymore.
Schroeder,
But-
fix your thing really quick. No, the sound.
Daigo isn't really around anymore. You know, he's not relevant really in the competitive scene of Street Fighter anymore. So, but people still watch the Street Fighter tournaments. And I'm sure the same is true with things like Dota or CS:GO. Like they watch the game, they may have like a favorite team or favorite players or what have you, but they still watch the entire event because the
Yeah.
gameplay, like they're fixated on the gameplay itself, not necessarily the characters. The characters can help elevate it, but if it can't stand on its own 2 feet by itself, it's dead in the water. It's absolutely dead in the water.
I agree with that. What about you, Schroeder? What's your thought on that?
Well, as far as whether or not he should be able to play in the competition,
Yeah, regardless if he made it or not. Like, so, like he tried to qualify, he failed, but at the same time, he is essentially the face of Fortnite. Should he have gotten a pass to be allowed to play in the World Cup for that $3 million, despite failing, but because he's the face of the game, and for the views, for people wanting to come see it, they're gonna watch it more if Ninja's a part of it than when he's not, but at the same time, he failed.
no,
Like-
but I'd have him. I don't think he should be able to play because he didn't pass the test everybody else has to pass. However, I think it would have been cool to have him help hosting it somehow.
Yeah, like,
make him
see-
a part of the show.
have him
Yeah.
as a commentator, or like,
Right.
you know, someone
Some
that's like
kinda-
play by play that can, you know, really get into the minds of these players.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, if you put him in as something like that, you know, honestly, him not playing because he didn't pass shows you know, as an act of humbleness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it would do him better to just not if he
Mhm.
didn't exceed.
Yeah, and that's what I was thinking about that because I was thinking about that in the sense of what, like what it means for Fortnite, knowing that like, because only one big streamer actually made it into the World Cup. Only one.
Really?
Yeah, Tfue was his name. Who quite often has like 50,000 people watching him play. Past him, no one else that is on that level made it into the World Cup. They all lost.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Really?
Yeah, he was the only one. They said 14 million people like played it in hopes to qualify, and today was the top 100.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and a 14-year-old kid named Booga won $3 million. You know, that
That's
kid's life has
crazy.
changed. So with that, being 14 years old, does he get that money?
No, it goes to his parents.
Hmm.
He legally
So I was
can't
wondering
get winnings like that.
I wasn't sure how
Because
that,
like
how that
even
works.
if you look at like child actors or something like that, the money doesn't go to them.
Yeah.
The money goes to like a, you know, family, like their immediate
Right.
family of some sort.
And then
Like
mom used it to buy heroin.
exactly. It's the good old Macaulay Culkin story.
It's very true. Yeah, so I just wanted to get your guys' input on that, just because that was something that happened today. The World Cup of Fortnite.
What
Yeah,
does
over-
chat think?
What do you tell us your guys' opinion? What do you guys think? What
Chat.
Do you guys agree with that? Do you guys feel that no, despite him being the face of the game, he failed, so he doesn't actually get to play, or should he have received a pass because he helped the game so much? Let us know what you think. Unfortunately, a bunch of them left, so
I'm surprised we all agreed on it.
yeah, me too.
I figured someone
too.
would be like, "Nah, man, he should have played."
I do and don't. Like, he
I feel-
failed, but at the same time, I kind of have that thing. It's like, how many more people might have watched if he was a part of it? Like, that's kind of. At the same time, I don't think Epic really cares at this point because how much money they made. But
Oh yeah, no, they made
No.
a lot ton of money. I just like I said, I mean, like I don't think he should have because if Fortnite wants to stand on its own 2 feet, it needs to
Yeah.
be able to thrive without the big names.
yeah,
Yeah, Mark also says it probably would have been best if he were to just have hosted or trained some of the
Oh,
other
yeah.
people or something.
yeah. I don't know why
Offered
he
insider
didn't
tips.
host. Like, he was there, but he was there watching it. He didn't host or anything, which was weird. I don't know if he just doesn't like doing that or what. But yeah, he posted on Instagram that he was watching it and shit. But yeah, he didn't play. He played in the pro-am because that's not a part of this.
Mm.
But
That's a separate beast.
yeah. So, really quick, going back to movie news. Lion King, once again, top of the box office. It is almost at $1 billion after 2 weeks, which is insane.
That is crazy.
Disney, so far this year, has made $7.67 billion, and they still have Star Wars at the end of the year.
So here's the
They-
question.
Are predicting a $9 billion year.
I was gonna say,
It's nuts.
do you think that they're gonna do over 9?
I think so. I don't know how many. They don't have any more movies. Well, obviously, you still have Lion King. That'll still go up next week. There's from
Right.
now until pretty much the end of the year. There's no real big movies coming out
Other than Star Wars.
other than Star Wars. Let me see here. Oh yeah. Oh, and you have Frozen 2 in November.
Okay,
they're
so what?
definitely-
10 billion? 10 billion then?
It's
Something like that. It's gonna be. A huge
Yeah, it's
year.
gonna probably be 10 billion.
Yeah, it's gonna be a retardedly huge year. Do companies like this, because next year they really have nothing.
Yeah. Oh, this is gonna fuck them next year.
Like, I wonder, like, how does that like roller coaster play out?
Oh,
Like,
it's gonna
knowing-
fuck them because their investors are gonna be like, we need more money,
Yeah,
make
like, you
more
guys
money.
Did all of this, and this year you guys are doing nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Disney wise, because August nothing. September you have It 2, which isn't Disney. That'll probably do a bunch of money regardless.
Oh yeah, the first Hit movie was pretty highly praised, and it did pretty well.
A
I
lot
thought.
of people liked it. Yeah.
October we'll see how DC does.
Rocktober
You
sales
got
event.
the Joker
Oh.
in October, the new Joker.
No.
Let's see what we got here. Oh, yeah, they're definitely doing 10 billion. October 18th, you have Maleficent 2.
Yeah, they're gonna do 10 bill.
Who makes Zombieland?
Paramount.
Is that Warner Brothers or Paramount? I don't know. That comes out in
TriStar.
October, too. Yeah, Maleficent 2, which in reality that's not as big as the other stuff.
No, but it's just gonna add money to the bank.
Yeah. What else here? November.
I think solely between Frozen 2 and Star Wars.
Star Wars.
I think it will.
Yeah.
It would probably crack 10 bill.
Yeah, Frozen 2, the end of Thanksgiving week.
Oh, and that's a good time too to release that.
Yep, and Star Wars Christmas week.
That's another good
Which
time
is
to release
weird.
that.
December 20th for a release.
November
Is-
is truck month.
Yeah,
Rocktober sales event.
I get why
Mark, dude.
Star Wars is being
Fucking
released
love you,
when
Mark.
it releases. Because from the end of December, January, February, there's nothing. So
Mm-mm.
it's just gonna be Star Wars.
Yeah, pretty much. Let's
But
just say
yeah,
this is
that's-
going to be a great fiscal year for Disney.
Let's
Yeah.
see what they do next year. Who knows? Maybe they will come out with some good stuff.
Probably not. It's Disney. They won't.
Toy Story 10.
Now they said that was done.
Until they start losing money. Until they're like, man, we could really use some extra money.
Right.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, they yeah, $5.67 billion, and that's as of today, which is
And you still have
insane.
Spider-Man in theaters too.
Hey, Spider-Man. Oh, by the way, speaking of Spider-Man, it hit the $1 billion mark, so Sony cannot take the rights back.
For the Spider-Man.
Yeah, so that allows Marvel to have one more solo film with Spider-Man, which is nice. Yeah,
Yep.
In their contract it said the second Spider-Man had to reach $1 billion. Otherwise, Sony has the rights to terminate their contract, and they get all the rights back from Spider-Man, and Marvel gets nothing.
Damn.
Yeah.
Is that still going to happen at the end of this year?
No, it's already hit $1 billion.
Yeah, it's
so
already hit a bill.
It
No.
just hit $1 billion. So Marvel. So basically, Tom Holland is. I don't know if they're
Safe
gonna,
for another year.
Yeah, I'm assuming they're gonna make some kind of Avengers movie that he'll be in eventually. The next Avengers type concept movie. And then they're gonna make a Spider-Man 3.
I'm
So-
really fucking upset that the second best Spider-Man movie is the least, like, it did the worst in the box office.
Yeah.
Into
Well,
the Spider-Verse did the worst out of any Spider-Man movie ever.
This Spider-Man is now Sony's largest grossing movie of all time.
Well, yeah. Makes sense.
Followed by what was it? What was that? I had it and I lost it, but I don't remember the next movie.
Yes.
Not Jungle Book.
Welcome or Jumanji.
Jumanji. There you go.
When are we getting a Zathura remake?
Yeah, I know, right? But
S-
yeah, that's
Jumanji, but in space.
that's essentially the movie news for the most part. Let me make sure I don't have here. 'Cause I screenshot some of my shit while I'm working just because I get bored while I work. So, nope, that's it.
Okay.
Yep. Oh, Skyfall, James Bond Skyfall.
Been delayed because
Was-
the director's too busy playing fucking Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah, but no, that was also up there in Sony's. I didn't realize Sony made.
Oh yeah,
those movies.
yeah. That's Columbia and TriStar. Yeah, Sony owns them.
Oh, shit. So what do you got, James?
All right, so we got a whopping 6 things for news. Most of it's bad. Some of it's good though. So on the good and bad note, Doom 1, 2, and 3 are coming to the PS4, Xbox One, Switch, with Doom 1 and 2 coming to iOS and Android. Those are all available right now. A lot of people are butthurt because you need a Bethesda account to play them.
Yeah, I seen that. Just so weird.
It's the
It's cool
the
they're
worst.
coming to the system though. The Bethesda account thing is weird.
Yeah, that's stupid. Fuck it. I don't like it. And also, personally, I'm not a fan of the Doom games. I'm not a huge fan of them. I don't think they're that great. Monster Rancher. Who? Boy, Nelly. Are you guys familiar with the game Monster Rancher at all? The series.
I've heard of it, but I've never played it.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
So they were really rad games on the PlayStation 2, I think. 1 or 2, I can't remember which one. But it was a game where you kind of like, almost like a Pokemon-esque, where you would capture like monsters. But the way that you would capture monsters is you would pop CDs, different CDs into your system, and then pop it out, and then pop Monster Rancher in, and hey, here's the new monster you can get. I think it was on the PS1. Well, according to this rumor, this is from GameSpot. It looks like Koei Tecmo's, their Japanese, the Japanese company announced from Gametsu the opening of a teaser site called Monster Farm. So it looks like it's going to be a spiritual successor or a sequel to Monster Rancher, which will be pretty cool. It's only going to be... it will only be... Why did it click on that? It'll only be download only, and there's no plans to bringing it to the West, but that would be cool if they did, because Monster Rancher is pretty great. Speaking of new things coming, new Yakuza news is coming late August. So we're going to learn more about the new Yakuza game, whether that be Yakuza Online or Yakuza 7. Either way, I'm excited for it. I can't wait to spend 10 hours streaming that in a day.
If anybody can do it, it's you.
It's,
James.
God damn it, it's me.
I believe in the power of you and your ability to stream for long periods of time in a game that you enjoy.
I am obviously passionate about. So
Yeah.
here's some interesting news from the site VG Charts. They're a company that charts like sales and that kind of stuff for games specifically. So Nintendo Switch has officially hit where is it? 36 million units sold.
That's
Wow.
awesome.
The Nintendo Switch. So out of that number, the US were estimated at a little bit over, about, let's just say 12.5 million units sold in the US. About 9.6 million, a little bit more than 9.6 million sold in Europe. And 8.4 million units sold in Japan.
Good shit.
So that's at 36 million units sold. Let's take a look at the best-selling systems ever, shall we?
Heck yeah.
This is from the Wikipedia article, because I couldn't really find anything else. So, do you guys know what the best-selling video game consoles of all time are?
PlayStation 2.
Yep. At
Makes sense.
at 155 million units.
That's what I thought. I always thought that was number one.
It's
That's
fucking
number one, right?
yeah, it's fucking
That's a
stupid.
lot- That's a lot of PlayStations.
Well, you got to think at the time, it had no competition.
It had the
like-
Xbox and the GameCube, man, Eh,
Yeah, that wasn't really.
and the
well,
Dreamcast
Xbox,
early on.
The
Right.
Xbox didn't come out until
Oh
many
three,
years after the PlayStation, though.
oh
the
th-
PS2.
oh 02 or 03,
Yeah,
like
but it
a year
was-
or two after the PlayStation 2 came out.
but then everyone saw like it was marketed horribly. So
Oh, yeah, it
that
was.
his downfall for that. It was just a system with a fucking huge ass X on it. So that was their own downfall. The Nintendo kind of shot themselves in the foot with the 64 because PlayStation went to the CD.
And so did the
while,
Saturn.
and
Motherfuckers
then
always forget the Saturn.
Nintendo stuck with the cartridge concept, and that's when Sony just took off, and then the GameCube came out like, oh, we'll go to CDs,
The mini fucking CDs.
yeah, the mini discs, and then everyone was like,
Oh, also the mini discs. It's weird how they burn the
What is
shit
it?
to it,
Yeah.
too.
Was it?
Yeah. So with normal discs, they go outward in, okay, or inward out, right,
yeah,
to burn the discs. With the GameCube games, to help avoid pirated, they went outward in to burn them.
yeah, I remember that.
You
I heard
had
something
to
about that.
have, like, I think it was the 3.08 gigabytes of storage on the discs. Like, you had to. So the developers would just throw random shit into the game to fill up that space. Like, even if it
Didn't
wasn't
the
visible
PS2
to.
play DVDs.
Hmm.
That's what
And
I thought,
CDs.
Yeah, they play DVDs and CDs, so that's what also helped it. Dude was like, I fucking play movies.
It's a
Hell
DVD
yeah!
player, yeah. And then also, it was released for like 20 fucking years. You know, it was
Yeah,
on
out
sale.
for a long ass time.
And I'm sure, you know, the fucking Brazilian market who still buys PlayStation 2s probably, you know, help boost those numbers a little bit, too.
Yeah, I remember. I remember having the original PlayStation 2,
I still have two of them. I have two of them.
that huge fat fucking thing, and then they literally went to one that would
A third of the size.
no, not
Right
probably like
now?
1/5 of the size. It's like, how would you go from this huge ass thing to going to one that's literally smaller than the PlayStation 1?
Technology, my dude.
It's just like you literally had all of that space inside the PS2.
Technology.
But yeah, that makes sense because the PS2 literally had zero competition. So
PS2 was
Had
also
some,
great.
yeah.
It was also great. I love the
what's number
PS2.
2?
The Nintendo DS.
That makes sense.
The DS family has sold 154.02 million units.
Does that include like the 3DS and the 2DS?
Mm-mm. That's just the DS, DS Lite, and DSi families.
So the original ones.
Mhm. Then third, we have the Game Boy / Game Boy Color at 118.69 million.
Makes sense.
Then below that, you have the original PlayStation at 102.49 million.
Yep.
The,
That was huge.
the Nintendo Wii at 101.63 million. Then you have the PlayStation 4 at 96.8 million. PlayStation 3 at 87.4 million. Wow, holy shit. The PS3 sold better than the 360. I'm sure that's Japan. I'm sure
Yeah, it
Japan
has
did
to
that.
be. Because over here it was completely opposite.
Yeah.
Like the 360 destroyed the PS3 over here.
It wasn't until I got my PS3 that I even knew someone who had a PS3, and it just so happened to
Yeah.
be me.
I got a PS3 for Christmas because I don't remember why I even wanted one, but I did. And I never played it. I maybe played it like 4 times because everyone I knew had a 360.
Right. Well, it was Halo.
Yeah, Halo. Then the 360 sold 84 million units. Game Boy Advance sold 81.51 million units. The PSP at anywhere between 80 to 82 million units. The 3DS 75.08 million. NES at 61.91 million. Super Nintendo at 49.1 million. Xbone at 41 million. Nintendo Switch at the 36 million. And then it just goes down from there to my poor Dreamcast only selling 9.13 million. The Super NES, the SNES Classic, sold 5.28 million units.
Wow. I remember the original DS because you could use the Game Boy Advance games in it too, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
The DS and the DS Lite had that option.
Yeah, where
which-
you can use the Game Boy Advance ones.
It made it probably the best way to play, other than the Game Boy Micro or the later editions of the SP. It made it the best way to play Game Boy Advance games.
Oh yeah, by far.
The fucking N-Gage sold 3 million units.
The N-Gage. I haven't heard of that in years.
It sold more
Fucking
than the
hilarious.
NES Classic.
That's funny. Which I'm surprised because that was hard to get.
Yeah, that's probably why. Then you
Yeah,
have
that's
at the very
Well,
end.
they only made a certain amount.
At the very end, you have the Atari Lynx, the Philips CDI, the Telestar, and the Atari 5200, all selling 1 million units.
There you go. Good old Atari, man. The inaugural game system.
Not really. Magnavox Odyssey.
Yeah, that's true. Well,
It was the
Atari, I think,
first
is what-
it was the first one to have interchangeable games.
Yeah, the Atari is kind of what took it to the next level. Fucking Pong.
Yeah. You remember all those?
Justice.
There's all those fucking Pong clones, like those Pong consoles that you would buy literally anywhere. Like I had one that was from Radio Shack back in the day.
Just a little handheld that plugged right into your TV.
Dude, I read something on Pong about how actually hard it was to make that game.
Oh,
at
I
the
bet.
Time.
Well, it's kind of like with say like Shenmue on the
Yeah.
Dreamcast. Like that was the first real 3D open world, truly open world game, like a GTA style game. Shenmue was. And it's like, all right, how do we make this? We don't have a guide on how to make this. Or like Street Fighter 2. How do we make this? It's not like we can look at other pieces of work. We're innovating it.
Right, so you have to pioneer that entire
Exactly.
concept, you know?
And then you just make it better. Like Yakuza made fucking Shenmue good. Like the only
wish they-
good thing about Shenmue is that Yakuza was made from it.
I just wish they'd come out with a new Echo. Maybe online.
Echo the Dolphin? Yeah, that'd be lit.
Well, speaking of
I'd be
best
like,
selling,
jumping out of the water.
Yeah. No,
we're
New
on the-
Nights in the Dreams.
since we're on the topic of best selling and best videos, games, and consoles, so we are essentially a little over the halfway mark of the year.
Mm-hmm.
And CBR made a list of the
I love
first half.
CBR.
The first half of 2019 has come and gone, and there's been a lot of games. Here are the top 10 or so games per month from the very beginning of the year.
Okay. I was about to say,
Uh,
if you said the entire year, I was like, didn't we talk about this last week?
Now this is just from the start of the year.
Okay, cool.
So they're not in any particular order. They're just the best games that came out.
Sales-wise,
essentially each
or
month.
like...
Their opinion on it.
Oh, okay, good.
For each month. January, Resident Evil 2.
Yes. Then probably
Uh,
DMC5.
Yep.
Yep.
For some reason, they have March, but then after March, they go back to February. So in March, Devil May Cry 5. February 1st, Wargroove, which I don't know what that is. It came out for the Switch, Xbox, and PC. It's a turn-based tactic game.
Oh, I know Wargroove.
It looks like a little animated game. February 4th,
I'm getting a fucking
Apex Legends.
I'm getting a fucking ad on IGN about getting tested for HIV.
Again?
Sign.
I thought you already got that taken care of.
Yeah, I thought so
Must have
too.
came back.
Yeah.
I completely forgot Apex Legends came out this year.
I
thought it was older than that.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, I knew it came out
That
not too
game
long
is
ago.
still
Because I
big.
remember it just
Um,
popping on the scene.
Right.
Apex Legends, February 4th. It was the only game to temporarily dethrone Fortnite, but unfortunately it has significantly died down. But they have made some leaps with the new season. Me and James, we actually forgot to talk about that.
Oh, yeah,
Me,
we got
James and Nick. Go ahead.
Got
got
the
the
dubs.
first
Got some
W.
dubs in
Pretty
Apex.
freaking sick. Yeah.
You woke up everyone.
I did. I was like, yeah, but much louder, and I screamed, and it was like 11 o'clock, it was like 10:30 at night here. I apologize. I was like, shit, sorry, everybody.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I gotta go apologize to everyone now.
Yep. February 15th, Metro Exodus.
Metro Exodus I hear is really good. The Metro series is fantastic.
Going back to January.
All right, this is a weird
for some
fucking list.
reason.
This
Yeah,
is
I
a
don't know why
fucking drunk man's list.
They don't go in any particular order, but going back to January, Kingdom Hearts 3.
That game wasn't good.
February 13th, Tetris 99.
Yeah, buddy, what a fucking video game that is.
March 22nd, Shikaro, The Shadows Die
Sekiro.
Twice.
Sekiro.
Sekiro. Shadows Die Twice.
The game from FromSoft.
Yep. March 15th, Tom Clancy's The Division 2. April 18th, Katana Zero.
I hear Katana Zero is great. I need to play it.
It's for the Switch, PC, and Mac.
Good old Mac.
June, Samurai Shadow, or Shodo.
Showdown. Sam Show.
Same show.
Samurai
Yeah, something like
Showdown.
that.
I need to play it still. I love Samurai Showdown.
PS4 and Xbox. June 21st, Crash Team Racing, Nitro Fueled. June 25th, Judgment.
Yep.
And
I like how you looked at me.
yeah,
As soon as you said Judgment, you're just like, I need to see his reaction. I'm like, yep. It's fantastic.
and some honorable mentions. Observation came out in May. It's for PS4 and PC. It's a puzzle-based game. Basically, you're looking for artificial intelligence, and you go through a bunch of different missions.
Huh.
Outer Wild, May 29th, Xbox. Essentially, in Outer Wilds, the player must explore the world and learn as much as you can as the sun goes into supernova state and destroys everything in 22 minutes.
Oh.
The game will start over afterwards, but with the knowledge that the player has learned, you can take your next adventure and advance it as much as you can.
Oh, so it's kind of reminds me a little bit of things like Half Minute Hero.
Yeah. Mortal Kombat 11.
I hear MK11 is really good.
It was. Those movies always get decent reviews.
No, not all the games do. No.
Bloodstain, A Ritual at Night.
I hear Bloodstain's really good. It's not my cup of tea, but I hear it's really good.
My Friend Pedro.
Oh yeah, I need to pick that up.
You play according to the picture, you play as a fucking banana.
No, you play as a dude who is killing people on behalf of his friend Banana.
Ah, that makes sense. And then the last honorable mention is Super Mario Maker 2.
Wow, I'm surprised Mario Maker 2 didn't make the cut. Their cut.
If you ever wanted to make Mario level,
Fucking slopes. That's all you need to know.
The reason why, yeah, you can make the ability to make slopes. The reason why this gets an honorable mention, it says because you want to throw your controller and break your console.
Yep.
So
There have been times I almost snapped my Switch in half. I was playing handheld mode and I could feel my hands just like I'm about to fucking lose it. Mario Maker 2, or as I like to call it, fuck it, you make it 2.
So that's those games.
All right.
So what else you got, James?
The last thing that I have is about GTA Online. So as we know,
What's up?
the new update happened that added the casino.
The Casino Royale.
So
Casino.
the update has been blocked in 50 countries because of gambling laws.
Really?
Wow. That's crazy.
Is it like a legit casino?
Yep. You can
That's
spend
crazy.
your money in real life to get fake money that you can play at the casino to win fake money. So it's not even like a casino where you can just, hey, I'm going to cut my losses and take money back. No, you fucking lose that money forever.
That's crazy.
That's
It
hilarious.
deserves to be banned. It is straight up gambling without any of the perks of gambling.
I didn't
Someone-
know that. That's hilarious.
So, another thing too is like, so you know how with Twitch you got like the Penthouse suite free with Twitch Prime?
Yep.
That was the cheapest penthouse you can buy.
Mark
it
says
really?
it's a pretty.
Yeah.
Mark says it's a pretty solid casino, though. To be honest.
I bet it is.
He said he spent about 2 hours wasting $5,000.
Oh,
Hoping
but
that's in-game
don't worry. If you spend a lot of money there, if you do a lot of gambling, there's a cooldown timer.
Oh, is there?
There's a
Well,
cooldown
that's
time.
thoughtful.
You know, so you can think about what you did, so you won't be a gambling addict. You know, so the gambling addict in
they're
you
doing
doesn't
what they
fucking
can.
get it. They're doing what they can. They could have just fucking taken it out of the game, not put it in there. This is straight up being like, hey, fucker, I know you have a disease. I know you
But
have a
guess
disease. Fucking just, I know
This
you're not
is
allowed in the casino.
America.
You're not allowed in the casinos anymore, but, you know, here, you go into this virtual one, buddy.
That's hilarious.
To get the best, like the top end suite, okay, in it, it's like $63 million. If you were to buy that with your own money, you would spend about $800.
Woohoo! You know, people have.
800 real world dollars that you can never get back. $800
That's
you could have
hilarious.
spent on literally anything else. Maybe a nice vacation. You could have gone on a nice little staycation with that.
Went
Pay
to the
off your-
cinema a few times.
Went to the cinema a
Yeah,
few
paid
times.
Paid an extra bill.
Saw some shitty Disney movies, you know? Bought another fucking game. You know, you could have done anything with that $800, but no, you had to fucking buy a big old thing and support Take-Two Interactive's bullshit.
So I will say with that, if they don't make it so you can raid that, like you can do like the huge banks where you set up like a giant robbery, I think that's a waste. If you can set up something where you rob the casino like blind, like a fucking Ocean's 11 shit, like that'd be fucking amazing.
What they really should have done is had a separate currency just for the casino that you couldn't buy with real world money. That's what they
Yeah.
should have done.
I hope though.
I'm just
fun.
fun.
None of it.
I'm
What'd you
fucking
say?
salty though about it.
What'd you say, Schroeder?
Mark says he didn't pay for any of that.
No.
Yeah, well, some people have the currency and stuff build up,
Yeah,
But-
you don't have to, but hey, fucker, it's there.
but you know that
It's there.
People will though. People are gonna spend actual money on it and do it because any game really has that. But I think it'd be
No.
awesome though.
Not every game.
Not every game.
Fucking
but
Judgment
games,
doesn't have that.
Games like that usually do.
Devil May Cry 5 doesn't have that. Resident Evil 2 doesn't
Um,
have that. Mario Maker doesn't have that.
I really hope that they add something. Kind of. I don't know if you guys ever seen the Ocean's 11 movies.
Oh yeah,
where-
they're great. They're great movies.
Where they essentially they rob the casino blind. I don't know. I think that's Ocean's 13 actually, but
Or what's that movie with Daniel Craig, Channing Tatum, and Adam Driver? Logan Lucky.
yeah.
That is a great
Yeah,
movie. But instead
Yeah,
of a
basically-
instead of like a NASCAR race, it's
Yeah.
it's a casino.
Yeah, where they set everything up, that everything's planned, and you gotta go as each person has a role. Like you get 4 people, you each have a role to rob it. I think that'd be awesome.
Like that would be
Um,
cool, but still, at what cost?
I haven't heard anything that they're doing that though. I don't know if Mark knows or has seen anything about that, but
Mark,
they're gonna
check the
add that
source
in.
code. Hack it.
That'd be cool because you can do that with bet. You currently they have the ability to do that with like major banks and stuff.
I'm sure
but,
they're gonna add it. I'm sure they're
That'd be
gonna add
cool.
it eventually.
That's like the max difficulty because I think that would be hard as shit.
Oh yeah.
I wonder how
Casinos
that
seem to
works
be
in the-
like casinos, at least in movies, as portrayed in movies. Casinos are a lot harder to rob than banks, which is
Well, there's a
kind of
there's
scary.
One camera every foot in a casino.
Yeah, it's
throughout the
kind
whole
of
entire
scary to
casino.
think of that.
Yeah.
That our
Um,
fucking casinos
God.
are
really?
man better
That's
than our
crazy.
banks.
Yeah, they call them the eyes in the sky.
Yeah.
Well, in the game, when we were working on building the, I guess the way the mechanic works in the Grand Theft Auto game is every time. Excuse me, I have to remember how it worked. I think every time money was deposited, a portion of it would go into a. I'm trying to remember how it worked, because like you could rob any random bank.
Yeah. Well, like in the actual game, there was like heists.
Right.
That you each were given like a role.
Right. I don't know. I have to remember how that worked. There was like some kind of weird, really cool mechanic where if you robbed, I think it was actually cash registers. Like every hour, X amount of dollars would go into the cash registers in the game.
Oh, okay.
And then once the cash registers got full, any spillover money would then go into a bank. And then once that bank got to its spillover level of maximum cash capacity,
Maximum
went into-
cashitude.
right, then that money would go into the to the big bank, and then that was the one that was like super hard to rob and stuff. But
I wonder how this plays into the role playing world.
oh my gosh, it's probably hilarious.
If it's been added yet, the casino.
I can't wait to get back into that stuff.
I would
I
assume
really
it,
cannot wait to get back into that stuff, dude.
I would assume it automatically gets added, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Something, yeah.
Like there's nothing you have to do. You just have to mod it. But the casino should automatically show up, right?
Well, I believe we have actually found. I spent a couple days just looking up like random coordinates that were supposed to have hidden locations and stuff.
Yeah.
And Mark and I had found a couple like casino type environments. So I wonder if they clearly were not finished yet, but I wonder if those were.
That was probably just while they were working on it.
The
Yeah, that was
groundwork
probably
or
when they were
whatever.
built. Yeah, exactly, dude. And it's kind of neat how they do it. What they do is they build the stage for whatever the map is, like, or the room is, but they build it way underneath the map.
Yeah.
So if you have clipping on, you
That's-
can just clip down to it. But
That's a classic game dev thing right there.
super simple idea.
Usually, like, especially things like title screens too. I'm sure if you find it, if you go far enough
Really?
down somewhere, I'm sure you could find things like the title screen or the character creator
and it's
screen.
literally just a close up.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's all it is. Like
Yeah,
that's a common thing, just because they don't have like, it would cost too much space on like back in the day, on like the PS2 and even like the 360 era and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It would take up too much resources to make like a whole nother area in the game to have the title screen or the load zone or like the different things like that. So they kind of just put it way underneath the map where you're not supposed to see it.
That makes sense.
And like certain rooms and stuff too, like they would have different loading zones just kind of hidden throughout the world.
Interesting.
Like Resident Evil, the Resident Evil series, like whenever you would like open the door, that opening door loading animation would pop up from I think somewhere underneath the map.
Oh,
Nice.
and the camera just focuses there.
Mm-hmm.
Curious.
That's pretty cool.
Makes sense.
Now I wonder how that's gonna play out. I think that's funny that it's banned in 50 countries. though.
Yeah, understandably so.
I wonder if they'll change some things then to get it unbanned from that.
Yeah, I already told him a good fucking way to unban it.
Yeah, that's true. Get rid
Make
of
its own currency that you cannot buy with real money. You can't waste on with real money.
Yeah. 'Cause then it's not actual gambling.
But they won't make money. They won't make as much money.
Oh, aim right in the building. What's up, buddy?
no,
Yo,
they wouldn't.
yo, 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 yo.
Fucking.
Oh yeah,
But,
we did have. I didn't mention this, but yeah, we did have we had a fairly decent sized group in our Thursday night brawl.
Nice.
Yeah, see, man,
Last
I meant
week.
to message Nate James. 'Cause I know he's playing a lot.
Dude, it's so fun.
I'm surprised he wasn't on.
Sometimes we get into these grooves too, because like if there's less than 6 people, then we're playing like quick plays and stuff. So sometimes though, when we're in these quick plays, we get into these grooves where it just
You're just fucking on fire.
yeah. But then sometimes we get just completely steamrolled too. So you know,
It's
it's either
kinda
we're
like-
doing amazing or we're doing terrible.
That's how we were in Apex when me,
Mhm.
James, and Nick played that one day. We got a third place, a second, a victory, and then like another third. And then the next day we were like garbage.
20th,
Um,
19th,
yeah.
18th, 20th.
Yeah. It's like, jeez, what the fuck is happening?
There's got to be some kind of algorithm to it, I think.
But yeah, it was pretty sick when we won. That was awesome. So just
Chilling, aim right, doing my thing, buddy.
a random piece of movie news. Chris Rock, the comedian,
Yeah.
he is
Oh, yeah.
directing a reboot of Saw.
Nah.
It feels like
Yeah.
everyone is trying to follow like Jordan Peele's like thing.
The actual
Time out.
Saw.
The Macaulay Culkin grown-up story.
What?
What?
Everybody knows the main character from the Saw movies is the adult version of Macaulay Culkin
All right,
from
hold
Home
the
Alone.
hold the
I like
fun.
that.
Hold up. Okay.
Think
All
about
right,
it, bro.
all right. Hold on.
Macaulay
Like-
Culkin was.
Hold the fucking phone
the
for a
old dude?
second. Yeah, like
that
the old
guy
dude?
Is,
Like
It's the gro-
Jigsaw.
yeah, that's Macaulay Culkin, bro.
All right,
like
explain
that.
your reasoning. I'm listening. I'm all ears.
What? You've never,
No, I've never heard of that.
dude. All right, so think about it. Think about the first movie when they leave him at his house, right?
Yeah.
When he
So,
gets
pretty
home,
much-
when he's left home alone.
Right, when he's left
Bro,
home alone in the first one, right? So clearly, and it wasn't the entire trip paid for by his dad.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this man, who multiple references in the movie, like, what does he do for a living? What is he doing, making so much money that he lives in this upscale, classy neighborhood, has all this loot, fucking
It's fucking
pays for everybody to go on
Chicago.
vacation? Nah, dude, he's working for the mafia.
No,
It's obvious
it's
he's
fucking
working for the
Chicago,
mafia.
man.
Dude, there's a whole YouTube video on it, like the Macaulay Culkin.
Bitch,
the-
I
the-
could probably buy that property in
Hell.
Chicago.
Oh hell no.
Oh, now maybe, but anyways, yeah, dude, think about all the booby traps he sets up, and I'm telling you, man.
Actually,
At that point,
fucking
he was only, like,
murders
8 years old.
Merv.
Yeah, he was only 8 at the time, right? So if his dad really works for the mafia, and there's a lot of dark stuff going on in his little world, think about. I mean, his parents literally left him once,
Twice.
and then he got lost in.
Well, no,
New York
no,
City.
because there's other Home Alone. Okay, all right. What about the
Yeah,
other
yeah.
Home Alone movies then? Where does that fit in?
count,
Those none of
What
those
bullshit?
were Macaulay Culkin.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's
but
true.
it's the same fucking character.
No, it
Yeah.
wasn't.
Yeah, it
No,
was.
It was
Yeah,
No, I-
Home Alone 3 was the same fucking character.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
The
it
same
was.
kid-
It wasn't
Was it?
Macaulay Culkin, but it was the same character. Like the
was
character,
it- was
the
the same
character
Kevin
is
McAllister.
yeah,
Not
the-
Macaulay Culkin, Kevin
the- yeah,
McAllister.
the
Kevin
character is
McAllister.
Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin played Kevin
Oh,
McAllister.
shit.
Yeah.
You know what I meant though.
Yeah.
That's what I mean though. Kevin
Yeah,
McAllister,
Kevin McAllister.
is the grown-up, or Jigsaw is the grown-up version of Kevin McAllister.
I can see that.
There are
That's intriguing
5
because
fucking Home Alone movies.
Yes, and only 2 of them are played by the.
Matter.
Yes.
Well, 2 of them only matter. And the other characters are different names, aren't they?
What the fuck
Yeah.
is this?
They're not
Home
Kevin
Alone-
McAllister.
Home Alone 4 Taking Back the House came out in 2002. Has a 2.6 out of 10 on IMDb. And then in 2012 they had Home Alone The Holiday Heist, which has a 3.6 out of 10 on IMDb.
It's a little better, but
I've never
It's
heard
not
of
a
either one of
shiny.
those.
Malcolm
I've never heard of
McDowell's in
either
it?
one of
see what I'm saying? Like, only the first two matter.
those. Yeah.
Okay, so the
That
first
makes sense,
in
though.
in 5, the character's name is Finn Baxter.
See?
And
What
then
is he in it? What's his name in 3?
hold on, number 4 is Kevin McAllister.
Get the
What?
hell out of here.
No,
he's
dead
not.
dead fucking serious. Look up goddamn Home Alone 4 on fucking Google and tell me I'm wrong.
That's shitty.
And then number 3 is Alex Pruitt.
That's stupid that they use that in the 4th one, a random ass one, the same name. But I can see that though.
Okay, so where does the fucking Home Alone game fit in this? The Home Alone game on
he's
PS2.
So oh, the game.
Yeah, he's psychologically twisted, right? He got chased by the dude in the second movie. He was being chased by the guy who played Satan in one movie, and he played a transsexual transgender from the planet Transsexuala in another movie.
Sexual.
That's a pretty good name. I'm not gonna lie.
What's his name? Frankenfurter, Dr. Frankenfurter from Rocky Horror Picture Show, and he was Satan in what's that movie called?
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of his name, though.
That fit with the unicorn.
I have no
The
idea.
last unicorn. Come on, man.
Let's see.
How's the name of that movie?
see here. Let's see what we got.
I can't think of the name of it.
Home Alone. Home Alone 2. I like Home Alone 2 way more than Home Alone 1. I think everyone's right.
Yeah.
Joe Pesci.
No.
Daniel Stern.
Oh my gosh.
Well, okay, so what if like Kevin McAllister is just like a young like MacGyver? He changes his name because like, you know, these people are after him, so he changes his name to MacGyver.
Well, they did. What's his name? Macaulay Culkin did a video about how like fucked up
Tim
the Home
Curry.
Alone movies. About how fucked up the Home Alone movies.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right,
Tim Curry,
here we
yeah,
go.
okay.
Here we go. Hold on, wait. So, according to the official novelization of the film, written by Todd Strasser as a quick promotional tie-in, Mr. Peter McAllister is a prominent businessman, and Miss Katie McAllister is a fashion designer. That's where they get their fucking money.
But a businessman of what?
Right.
Day trader.
Never mind. No, never mind the occasional horse head in the bed when you wake up. Like, never mind the occasional, like what?
Yeah, I don't know if you guys ever seen it though, but he does. Macaulay Culkin does a thing where he's like smoking a cigarette in the back of a cab, talking about it.
Yeah.
About how he was like fucking scarred mentally from these movies.
What the hell was it? Is it super like bunny ears or something like that? Is his website?
Bunny Ears is his
Yeah,
website.
it's
and
great.
it's
It's fantastic.
podcast. Yeah, it's his podcast.
And it's his website too.
yeah.
Fucking headphones are gonna die.
Culkomania is his Instagram.
Real Macaulay Culkin, I think, is his Twitter.
Yeah.
He was on
Tries again.
he was on the Angry Video Game Nerd.
Was he?
Yeah, he played the Home Alone games. He was a pizza man. He was a pizza boy. In the
Moment of truth.
You're ready for your ears to be hurt.
well, my ears hurt now, but that's not because of that.
I can't manage to make this happen.
Take the headset off.
If it's in,
No,
it's
that's not bad.
making any
Yeah,
noise.
that's not bad.
You guys aren't getting killed by the sound of
No.
power.
No.
Nope, you're good right now. But yeah, Chris Rock is a detective, and Samuel L. Jackson plays his father. Supposedly,
Huh.
it's not a comedy. You would think this would be a comedy,
No.
but supposedly it's Saw on steroids, and I guess it's gonna be more gruesome and more horrifying than the original.
Well,
It's slated.
It's gonna be like agony. Everybody's gonna be like, "Yo, you went way too hard." Like, we understand what you were going for. Like, we wanted that, but we didn't realize the whole thing was that.
Supposedly, it was supposed to come out on Halloween next year, but it's moved up to May 15th because they're so ahead of schedule.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a Saw reboot. That's weird.
It's
You
gonna be
you wouldn't expect that from like Chris Rock.
no. Well, like
No
he's
way.
probably seen how popular like Jordan Peele's, like how good of a fucking director Jordan Peele is,
Oh,
and
yeah.
he's like, I could probably do that, and then watch, it's gonna be terrible. I can
Um,
guarantee it. The Saw
I
movies were
guarantee
nothing
it.
but just torture porn.
I liked them. I thought they were good. Number 7 was good. Jigsaw I thought was phenomenal when it came out like a year ago, whatever. The 10-year anniversary from the first one.
It's been fucking 10
Um,
years.
Yeah, 10 years.
Holy shit!
Yeah, it was
That's
phenomenal.
crazy.
Did you guys ever play the Saw games?
No. I
Don't.
know what you're talking about.
Don't. They're bad.
Um,
Don't do it. They're terrible.
Couple things of news on my end. The PUBG developer company
Yeah.
says that it's cool with Fortnite.
Yeah, because it probably was like, yeah, we're not winning these lawsuits.
Yeah, I didn't know PUBG sued Epic Games.
Yeah,
I didn't know that.
super hard.
It sued them for growing concerns regarding similarities between the battle royale mode between both of their games, because PUBG was the originator. A lot of people forget that. And Fortnite came out with it, came out with their game, and PUBG sued them.
Yeah, and then
they've lost every lawsuit.
and then judges were like, but no, A, you weren't the first one to come up with this game title,
yeah.
and B, you can't just trademark a fucking genre.
yeah.
Right.
PUBG is the parent company of Bluehole, and it has a long-going licensing agreement with PUBG and Epic Games that ladder the Unreal Engine that they use. PUBG states that they are in good standings with Epic, and it's one of their best partners, and they talk all the time.
Didn't PUBG get into a little bit of water when I think when the first like lawsuits started rolling around, like Epic countersued them because they didn't use like official licenses of Unreal.
Yeah. 2017, basically a lot of shit went down.
Yeah. Well, it's like PUBG was like, yeah, we're on top of the world.
And then PUBG was like, and PUBG's now like, no, we're good. I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't sue them.
PUBG
That never
sued
happened.
PUBG sued
lost
someone over a
everything.
fucking frying pan.
Yeah. Because they.
When it was Mario Party, or not Mario Party, but Mario RPG that did that first.
Mhm.
The frying pan.
Yeah.
That was the princess's weapon.
Yeah, but they. Yeah, but they're like, yeah, we're cool. We love Epic Games, just because of the fact they.
Well,
know
yeah,
they haven't
because they got
done
their
anything.
fucking assholes destroyed in legal battles, legal fees.
Yeah, aim right. It's probably my mic.
It is. We can barely hear it though. It's there, but it's subtle. It's not like brrr like it was before.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think I need to do a reboot and move
Um,
some stuff around.
I think we're almost finished anyway. So,
Yeah.
Hulu does Disney own Hulu?
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
Disney
part of the
Plus?
because Fox owned a majority share in Hulu, so
Okay.
when they bought Fox, they bought Hulu as well.
Disney Plus is will be available as an expansion of Hulu. Because you know when you get Hulu, you can get like HBO and shit, I guess.
Mhm.
You can add Disney Plus when it comes out as an extra, as an
Well,
add-on.
well. By the way, that's probably what they're gonna do with their other movies, like
Frozen and
geez.
stuff.
No. The rated R ones.
Oh, like
We're gonna
Deadpool and
get-
shit?
Yeah,
We're gonna
they're
get-
probably
Right
gonna
to
just
Disney Plus.
give it to Fox. No,
We're-
they're gonna give it to Fox, and they're gonna tell you know what I mean. They're
Yeah.
gonna put it under the header of Fox. Like, yeah, they still own it, but Disney, quote unquote, is not gonna make a rated R game or movie. But however, Fox can do that, right? So
But at the same time, though, will people like see like, oh, it's just Fox? People are like, no, it's still Disney.
right?
You,
Who
you
knows?
think Disney will affiliate with
But-
them? No, like,
If
but-
they own them, probably.
But Fox is still owned by a separate like there's a separate CEO for Fox.
yeah, it's true.
Like
oh,
it's-
they just have majority share.
they just
no.
own it.
Disney's the parent company, and then like Fox, ABC, ESPN.
It's like-
they're all.
It's like
branched off of
Amazon.
Disney.
It's like Amazon
Yeah.
where it's like Amazon owns, things like Twitch but it's run by a completely separate entity, or Whole Foods that's a completely separate entity.
Yeah,
Blows
Like-
me away that Amazon owns Whole Foods.
Yeah.
I just learned that the other day.
like Facebook.
You could
Facebook
order
owns
Whole
Snapchat and Instagram.
You could
But-
own Whole Foods. You could buy Whole Foods stuff on Amazon and just go pick it up
Yeah.
in store.
Yeah, like Facebook owns Snapchat and Instagram, but Instagram and Snapchat have their own
Mhm.
company. But Facebook is on basically at the top of the list.
Yeah.
And that's how Fox is going to be. Like, Disney will be the hierarchy, and then from there it branches out to sub companies.
Yeah.
Like, Disney owns a lot more than people
They
think.
own GoPro.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let that
Um,
sink in for a second.
Totally didn't know. Totally didn't know that. That's
I
my-
saw something on, I think it was on Twitter a few weeks back, that basically like did a whole like thing of like this is everything that Disney owns, and I'm like, oh, they own Nat Geo.
Yep.
Oh,
Um,
they own GoPro.
Like Marvel's its own thing, Pixar's its own thing, Disney Films is its own thing, Lucas Cinema is its own thing. Like, there's so many different branches underneath Disney.
Well, and then we can even get even crazier because like with Marvel, the Marvel Comics division and the Marvel Film division are two separate things.
Yep.
Hmm.
And like the TV show A&E, things like that. Like, Disney owns A&E.
Mhm.
Like, they own a ton of different networks, the news networks, all that stuff.
Pretty much every fucking sports network out there. No, every major sports network.
Let's see what we got here. Let me see if I can find a thing that basically says what Disney owns. which probably
Just says
takes
everything.
pretty much. Yeah, you have Marvel, you have Fox, you have, and also you gotta think of all the parks. All the parks are owned by a separate, not owned, but they're ran by a different thing as well.
Oh, and there's also
Um,
Marvel televisions.
Yep.
So okay, so I found actually a really good list. It's all in the shape of a, it's a little diagram that's all in the shape of Mickey Mouse ears, which is pretty fitting. So you have Marvel Studios, which owns things like Marvel Music, Marvel Film Productions LLC. You have Marvel Entertainment, which owns Marvel Toys, and Marvel Television, and Marvel Internet Productions. Marvel Worldwide Inc., Cover Concepts Inc., Marvel Characters Inc. You have 20th Century Fox, which owns things like Blue Sky Studios, Fox 2000 Pictures, FX, Nat Geo, Baby TV, Fox Sports Networks. National Geographic owns things like the National Geographic magazine. Sky Network in the UK. A lot of shit. Endemol Shine Group, whatever that is. Hulu. They own Disney Financial Services, Silver Creek Pictures, Bird in Hand Woodwork Inc. They own the Disney Channel Worldwide, A&E, yep. FYI, Crime Investigation, History, Lifetime, ABC News, which includes the radio show Cthulhu, all the Disneyland sports enterprises, the Disneyland parks, the Disneyland cruises, Disney Worldwide Publishing, which include things like CrossGen and Disney Disney Educational Productions, Times Square Studios, where ABC stuff is broadcasted. They own Boss Realty Inc., Commercial Apartments Properties Inc., ABC.
And you gotta realize they have a cruise line and everything else too.
Telemuch
They own a lot.
All the
Television
toys
Productions.
in the world.
Yep.
Steamboat Ventures, which include Photobucket and GoPro. Chinese
So weird,
Holdings.
The GoPro thing is it's funny.
Chinese
expect that.
Holdings, which is fucking huge.
Yeah.
Elemental Technologies. It's ridiculous. Theme Park Production Inc., Kelly Management Inc., Brothers Property Company. It's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. Sphero, they own
funny
Sphero.
And they own a lot of construction companies too that make you huge ass skyscrapers
Yeah.
and huge big ass hotels and shit.
And a lot of realty businesses. What the hell is this? The Longhorn Network. Yeah, it's absolutely crazy. They have things in publishing, properties, consumer goods, finances, music and radio, films, television, gaming, digital music, or digital and miscellaneous. It's ridiculous how much they own. It's
Yeah, it's
stupid. Oh yeah,
absolutely insane.
Industrial Lights and Magic, the people that do the CG stuff for the Star Wars stuff. They own that
Speaking
too. They used to
Disney
own
and
Studio
Nintendo.
Ghibli. Oh, the Switch for yep. New Switch model coming to Japan only. That's inspired by Disney.
Yep. And if you look close, it's hard to see it, but there's little pictures of Disney characters
Mhm.
on the Switch itself.
That's cool.
Yeah. The main pause button here is Mickey Mouse.
Oh,
ears.
that's actually pretty adorable. It's just a goddamn shame they don't do anything with Mickey Mouse anymore other than the fantastic online stuff.
That's the power button. Mickey Mouse ears. Yeah, speaking of Disney, just fucking insane. Yeah, Disney pretty much
Owns everything.
Owns
pretty
most
much
of the world.
owns
here.
the world. Two last pieces of news for myself.
Between Amazon, Google, and Disney, the whole
Apple.
world is and Apple. They're all owned by the same they're owned by 4 companies.
Dying Daylight 2 has been confirmed. It will be released for the PS5 and Xbox Project Scarlet. Despite it coming out right before the launch of both consoles.
You
it
mean
will be
Dying Light 2?
Dying Light 2, yeah, sorry. I don't know why. What, I don't know what I
Dying
just said.
Daylight 2?
Dying Light 2, sorry. I don't know why I said that. As well as, you guys remember the Area 51 thing? Kind of
Mhm.
died off a little bit. So the maker, who basically has been under a code name, finally came out and introduced himself. His name is Matty Roberts.
And he dresses like an Uchiha clan member, like a boss.
Exactly. He's fucking Naruto by the max. He finally came out and addressed that he was hiding because he didn't want the FBI to be knocking at his door, basically saying, "What the fuck are you doing?" He posted it as a joke. He wanted it to be a meme for one of Joe Rogan's podcasts, and it ended up blowing up and becoming something that was crazy. He called just randomly the other day. He was on an interview yesterday. Every hotel that is closest to Area 51,
Is booked?
every single hotel is booked from that Wednesday to that Saturday.
Jesus
Solid.
Christ.
Every hotel said that since this has become a thing, every single hotel has been confirmed sold out. You cannot get a hotel during that weekend of, what is it, the 19th?
Yeah.
Or the 19th to the 22nd. Anywhere in that area in Nevada, you cannot get a hotel,
Christ.
including Vegas.
Whoa,
a lot
fuck.
a lot of hotels in Vegas are starting to book up as well because the hotels that are closer to Area 51 are already booked. So he said, since he feels people are obviously trying to show up, that he wants to make this into some kind of festival. He wants to make this into some kind of giant.
Might as well, man. If there's gonna be all those people there, anyways.
He wants to. Basically, he described Fire Festival without saying Fire Festival. He says he wants to get bands, he wants to get food trucks, catering, tents, things along those lines, and basically have a giant festival in the desert.
An alien
Since-
festival.
And yeah, that'd be awesome. Get alien ant farm there.
Yes. I'm sure they're pretty cheap nowadays.
Yeah, but he said he wants to, since all these hotels are crazily booked, he's trying to make it an actual like a festival event type, Woodstock Fire Festival, but actually be successful is what he said in an interview today. So we'll see if he can get it.
That'd be cool if he can pull it off. That'd be probably an amazing party to go to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The downfall is he said he doesn't have any type of money to be able to provide for the bands or anything, and he's hoping to get sponsors that will help
I'm sure he could.
run this.
I'm sure he could.
So we'll see if anything develops from it. It's in 2 months, so
It's gonna be
we'll
hard.
see.
It'll be hard.
The fact that all the hotels are already booked.
Yeah. Amrite says, hell yeah, he's going. He's going to Vegas to gamble and then go chase aliens down.
But it's crazy though. Yeah, he legit said it was a joke. He wanted to get on Joe Rogan's podcast.
I hope one day we become big enough that people make meme jokes to try to be on our podcast.
Yeah, I know, right?
Right.
But yeah, so he said now that he knows all these hotels booked full of people, that he wants to make it some kind of festival. I hope it works out for him. We'll see what happens. That'd be kind of cool.
Godspeed, my
That'd be freaking
dude.
legit.
Godspeed.
Yeah, I know. Have it
Naruto run with the best
outside,
one.
have it like right across from Area 51, where it's unoccupied. That'd be interesting.
That is crazy, man. That's wild that you think there's. Well, if all of those hotels are already booked out and stuff, you already know there's going to be a ton of people there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, I mean, okay, so we already got confirmation that Lil Nas X is gonna be there and Kool-Aid.
Oh yeah.
Let's get ICP there. Let's oh man, let's have ICP and Limp Bizkit there so they can have a huge brawl.
Oh my god, that'd be fucking amazing. I did it all for the Nookie! The Nookie! Dude, speaking of Limp Bizkit, I saw a video the other day of Woodstock 99. Oh, speaking of Woodstock,
Oh,
it's
Jesus
the
fucking Christ.
it's the 50th this week. No, last week was the 50th anniversary of Woodstock. If you didn't know that. Yeah, super off topic there, but I meant to bring that up. Yeah.
Speaking of
50th
Limp
anniversary-
Bizkit, I was
Yeah.
watching a video of Woodstock 99. Speaking of Woodstock.
Yeah, it's the 50th anniversary of Woodstock, the original, which is pretty cool.
So how was it, Walker, when you went there when in your 50s?
Yeah, remember?
Yeah, do you remember
Do
it?
you remember?
Oh,
You remember? You remember when you were in Woodstock?
I remember sitting back on my chair and just
Right.
looking out over the sunset
It was beautiful, man. Walker
Listen
was
to the
sitting
Rolling
next to me,
Stones.
We was sharing a hoagie and a stogie and enjoying ourselves one of them doobies.
Yo,
I think.
yo.
I just remember sitting there
nothing.
listening to some Jimi Hendrix doing da 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 da. It was some good times, man.
It was
You-
crazy.
Nothing-
It was like something out of the movie.
Nothing in life, as an Italian man, nothing in life beats a hoagie and a stogie.
Oh yeah, stogie.
That's the name of the podcast. The
Hoagie and a stogie.
There it is. A hoagie and a stogie. You heard it here first, chat. Fucking hilarious. But yeah, so that was good. That was a good little tangent right there about
Well, what about Woodstock 99?
Woodstock.
Yeah.
I don't know. All I seen was the thing with Limp Bizkit. I don't even know who's even out there. I know Kid Rock was there. I know Limp Bizkit was there.
Oh,
who else was
star-studded cast there of timeless musicians.
But you got to think at the time though, in 1999, that was rolling. Body to body, bang. Like that was, they were like fucking huge 1999. Fucking Limp Bizkit and Kid Rock, which is weird to think about. But let's see.
Weird.
Who was at Woodstock 99?
Here, you look that up. I'm going to go over the releases
Okay.
for this week because my computer really doesn't like having releases.com with all the ads up and streaming at the same time. So, on July 29th, which is today if you live in the eastern United States, Trine 3 comes out on the Switch. The 30th comes Foreigner on the Switch and PS4. Mutant Year Zero Road to Eden comes out on the Switch. Mutant Year Zero Seeds of Evil comes out on the PC and Xbone. You have Crystal Crisis coming out on PC on the 31st. London Detective Mysterio, whatever the hell that is, comes out on the PC on the 31st. The Tower of Beatrice comes out on the Xbox One on the 31st. You have...
Man, Stranger Things the game. You see that?
Yeah.
Also on the 30th, Avengers Endgame comes out on Blu-ray on the 30th.
No one cares.
For those
Just in case
August
you were wondering.
yeah.
2nd. Madden comes out. Madden 20.
Gosh.
Oh, fucking shit! I know what I'm streaming next.
Mario World.
August 6th, Mel Wolf Chaos XD comes out.
What is that?
Oh, it's it's the greatest video game ever made that never came stateside. It's about you play as the president of the United States who has to kill the vice president of the United States because he tries to kill you to take over the United States and then take over the world. And you have to go around beating up giant mechs in your giant mech.
There you go.
It's an amazing story plot.
Yeah, it's fantastic. DC Universe Online comes out on the Switch on the 6th. Darksiders 2 Death Definitive Edition comes out. Is it? No.
Yeah, that's next week.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Like the
that's next week.
definitive of
No,
the word
it's
death?
just.
No,
Oh
the
fuck! I was
third's the
looking.
last
Oh
week.
fuck! Yeah, I was looking at July. All right.
Um,
Well,
speaking of the second, really quick, the Fast and the Furious Hobbs and Shaw comes out. If
Sure.
anyone cares.
sure.
In movies in the theater. For the Rock spinoff. Really quick, Woodstock '99, which actually happened.
In 2000.
happened 10 years ago, 3 days ago. July 25th,
Huh. See?
1999.
Huh.
The headliners.
That's also around the time JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Part 4 takes place.
There's a lot. There's a bunch. You got James Brown, who
Oh, shit!
who remembers the band Live.
Yes.
Sheryl Crow, DMX,
Oh, X gonna give it to you.
The Offspring,
Oh, yeah, Offspring.
Korn,
Fucking corn.
Bush,
Buck.
Cherry.
Oh my god, Buck Cherry.
They're the ones that sing like that bitch song, weren't they?
Yeah.
What we got here?
But that was way before that song.
Yeah, that was way before Moby. Like the original like techno.
Who?
Moby.
Oh,
Like the
yeah,
guy who,
Moby.
Like, invented techno.
Yeah.
Ice Cube. Which I forgot
Right as,
about.
right as he was starting Law and Order SVU.
Yep. Kid Rock, Counting Crows, Dave Matthews Band,
Ah.
Limp Bizkit, Metallica, Rise Against the Machines.
Oh, Rage Against the Machines is like the only
Rage
band that
Against the Machines.
Rage Against the Machines is like the only band that holds up anymore out of that group.
Fatboy Slim. Megadeth, Godsmack, Collective Soul, Willie Nelson, Jewel, Red Hot Chili Peppers,
Oh, Chili Peppers.
Creed,
Can you take me higher?
to a place, and Muse, which
Oh,
I didn't know-
Muse.
Yeah, those are pretty much. There was a lot like side acts, but those were the big names.
There's only two bands that hold up. And that's Chili Peppers and Rage Against the Machines.
It's true.
Fucking at me right now. Metallica sucks.
Like a lot of people mad saying that.
Fucking at me though. At people A10 on Twitter. Fucking at me. Do it.
Approximately 400,000 people were at that show.
Wow.
It was the closest thing to the original Woodstock. And it was a roughly 100-mile event with there was a shit ton of stages.
Yeah, but if Woodstock 99 was so popular, why didn't they come out with Woodstock 99 too?
Wasn't like didn't like the shit like burn down?
Probably.
I think that was the last one because there were so many things of people getting raped and shit. I think or something
Probably.
like that.
Wouldn't
or-
surprise me. It's Woodstock.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy. Oh yeah. During Korn's performance, a volunteer reported that he's seen multiple gang rapes going on during Korn's thing. What the fuck? That's why they haven't had one since.
Jesus, I didn't know that it instigated such behavior.
Yeah.
Hey man, Korn has the ability to do that to people.
Approximately 12 trailers, a bus, numerous booths, portable toilets were burned during Korn's performance as well. Which is interesting. I don't know what Korn sparked some fucking rage in people, I guess, man.
Yeah, because they realize that they're listening to Korn.
Oh, what the hell's their song? I don't even remember. Something with bullets. I don't even.
Exactly.
Their video. I don't remember what it is, but nevertheless. But yeah, that was good times.
It's Woodstock
James
99.
James was like 1.
Fuck off. No, I wasn't. I was like 4, okay? Shut up.
James doesn't remember those times. He doesn't remember those days. Honestly, I probably had no idea that was even going on at the time either. I don't remember that shit. I wasn't cool enough back then. to know
Walker,
that.
you're in like your senile days of like 78 when that was going on.
I remember back in the day. Now my balls just dangle in the toilet when I go to the bathroom.
I hate it when that happens.
I know, right?
It's like a constant fear of mine
Yeah.
when I grow
Tip,
old.
potato chip.
Yeah, it just dips in there. That's just a constant fear of mine.
It is.
Just lob them off now.
Well, I got nothing else, gentlemen. What about you guys?
I don't.
Nope.
Me neither. That was a short
that
podcast.
Well,
That's
well,
about it.
no, we're not done yet. What's coming up? What's coming out, guys?
Yes. Well, I'll start.
Stuff.
For myself, you can find me Captain Geek 15. I had 4 followers today.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure one's a bot because it was made 25 minutes ago. The account.
Nice.
When I clicked on it, I won't mention the name, but and randomly had eight views and then they all went away.
Huh.
Shame. But I had 4 people follow me. So
That's
thank
cool.
you everyone who followed. But anyways, for myself, we'll find out Tuesday if I get to police, as well as I find out if I get to move on with the firefighter. And then Thursday, I turn 30.
Yay.
My
Yay.
30th birthday, August 1st. Don't quite know what I'm doing yet. Probably may go to Phoenix. They have a water park there. Not really else much to do.
I thought you were going to Chuck E. Cheese.
Yeah, that's true too. I forgot about that. Yeah, Chuck E. Cheese tweeted at me, telling me to go to Chuck E. Cheese for. My wife said, so my son told my wife that the best birthday party was to go to Chuck E. Cheese and play games. So my wife tweeted it on Twitter, and Chuck E. Cheese himself tweeted back saying that's the best birthday.
Charles Edgar Cheese himself.
Yeah, he legit tweeted my wife back saying that's a great idea. That's pretty. I was like, that's fucking hilarious.
Let's party!
So hopefully I'll have some decent news next Sunday, one or the other, about one, if not the other, about the police or the firefighter, and then I'll let you know about
Birthday.
my crazy birthday shenanigans at Chuck E. Cheese. Yay!
You gotta get turned.
Yeah, I know. Game-wise...
Do they serve
probably
White
keep-
Claw at that Chuck E. Cheese?
I don't know. I don't think this one that we went to sells alcohol. They don't even have the unlimited play here.
Aw, that's fucking rip-off, mate.
Yeah, they still have the coins, like the Chuck E. Cheese,
Yeah.
where you guys are at. They have the card now. You just swipe the card.
Aw, that's not as cool as the fucking tokens.
Yeah, this place still has the tokens, but they don't have the unlimited play like yours would. So it's kind of old. I don't even know if they sell alcohol. I don't think they do, but nevertheless, probably play some Apex. Hopefully get another Battle Royale. That's pretty much the only game right now, for the most part. But that's it for myself. What about you, James?
Well, I still am deciding what I want to play for Twitch until Metal Wolf Chaos comes out. You can find that at twitch.tv/People8Studios. Still trying to figure out what I want to review on youtube.com/People8Studios. Next game I want to review is I still have no fucking clue. You can also watch me and my buddy play Yakuza 0 and Final Fantasy 7. That's going strong. And then if you want to know what I'm doing, or if you want to see me retweet a bunch of memes, at People810 on Twitter. There we go.
Get it, girl.
Schroeder?
And Mr. Schroeder.
Yep. On all the social medias as well. I'm gonna start getting back into those. Like I said last week, God, can you believe how quickly these weeks go by?
It's so
Yeah, I
fast.
know.
It's so
It's
fast.
ridiculous how fast it's like. We were hanging out the other day, and I'm like, "Yeah, I got we got the show tomorrow night." And she's like,
It's already
"Really
Sunday.
already?" Jesus. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
But other than that,
Go ahead.
I'm on all the different forms of social media. Splash Screen Gaming, or Team Splash Screen, or Splash Screen G. I don't know exactly where those all belong. but
Splash Screen G is on Twitter.
There
I
it
know
is.
that because I just tagged you in a tweet.
Sweet. But I'm gonna try to get this laptop up and running, and I'm gonna try to see. I think one of the biggest problems I've had is my laboratory is so stationary. So I think what I need to do, considering I'm almost never here anymore, get this laptop up and running so that I can, be more mobile with everything. Because there's a few softwares that are pretty much free. Well, no, I wonder how many licenses I have for one of them. But I should be able to use everything I need on my laptop. And then I want to get back into recording too, like the quality videos.
Yeah.
So I could come home, record a session, and then throw that on the hard drive, toss it on the laptop, and just edit it while I'm out and about.
There you go.
I like
So,
it.
yeah, we're gonna see. I'm gonna over the next week or so. I'm gonna really try to pull that together and see if I can manifest that into reality. But so if you suddenly start seeing content come out, you know it's working. If not, yeah.
If you just see fire, then you know it's not working,
Right.
or
right,
it's
right,
working
right.
too well.
You see sad emotes. Yeah.
I like it.
Bunch of
I
Fs.
like it.
A bunch of Fs. Just
Bunch of Fs
every day.
Fs in comments.
F,
Right.
F. Get
I'm
it,
gonna
girl.
listen to that song actually. That it's Obama. If. Just type that into YouTube and the word if followed by Obama, maybe the word song. It's actually really catchy. It's really catchy, dude. I'm just like every time I hear it, I'm just like, yeah.
He's like,
It's
I
actually
gotta watch this now.
It's really good.
He's
Yeah,
like,
go
I
ahead
have
and
no
play
idea
it.
what's going on right now.
The beat is so good for that song. I'm gonna look it up right now too. This is where my stream gets copyright
Yeah,
strike.
all right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's a show. That is a
So too.
podcast, episode 27. Make sure you love us, you like us, you follow
Yep.
us wherever you can. levelunlockpodcast.podbean.com. Listen to all 26 other episodes, as well as anywhere that you can find podcasts, except for iHeartRadio, which we will get. No worries
Eventually.
there.
One of these days.
Eventually. We do have a YouTube. We do have a Twitter. At what, James?
At LVL Unlocked Pod. That's at LVL Unlocked Pod.
Dab. And don't forget to email us, levelunlockpodcast@gmail.com. DPs, whatever you guys want to do, don't matter. Get it, let's love it. And thank you once again, everybody here. Level Unlock Podcast, thanks. Level Unlock Nation, Lockpickers, Level Unlockers, Lockpickers, whatever you want to call yourselves. Peace.
Have a good night.